Synth Quiz and news. So sit back, relax, enjoy your favorite crew. Synth Geekery show. Synth Geekery's where it's at. So join the channel and come on for a chat.
Hey, hi everyone, welcome to Synth Geekery, episode 343. We are hitting into May now. Superbooth just finishing up. I think today is the last day. Hope you guys are enjoying all the products that are coming out. We're going to show you a little collection of what we think is stuff that we want to talk to you guys about that's popped out of Superbooth or popped out of some company that's announced them at the same time as Superbooth. Nice to have you all here. What I thought we'd do though first is to start off the show. I did a little video a couple of months ago to sort of help me out a little bit with trying to remember what to say with some of this stuff. Now I've just lost it. Here it is. We're going to play this and this should get it all correct. Here we go. Hey guys, a lot of people ask me, how can you support the show? Well, you can do it a few ways. You can do it some free ways and you can do it with some financial ways, which are very, very inexpensive. Let's just check some of those out. Obviously with YouTube, we can support the show by liking the stream and subscribing. And if you are going to like and subscribe, don't forget to click the notification bell and get yourself those notifications as well. We can also go through and be part of the YouTube channel, and we can click join on our channel. There's a couple of different channel membership options, but obviously the cheapest one is the lowest, which is only about $2.50 US. So do check that out. There's plenty of stuff on the channel, lots of videos, something like over 500 videos. All the previous live streams are there, and also a few shorts and things like that. Also, you can support us through the merch store. The merch store offers a whole bunch of Synth Geekery and Ranzee based merch. Grab your favorite mug, grab your favorite synth meme shirt. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Do check that out. All proceeds of the merch does go back into the show, so you're supporting it that way. Link to all this stuff is in the description of the video. Also become a Patreon, and obviously joining Patreon, there's a few different options here, but Patreon is really, really good because we upload a whole bunch of videos and other things, like for example audio, access to music and things like that. Also, we've got synthesizer samplers and things like that on here, so do check out Patreon. Patreon is also very inexpensive to join. There is also a free version. You can become a member as well and access to free things. So Patreon is just patreon.com/Ranzee. And last but not least is become a member of Discord. There's the link there to join the Discord server. We have a lot of stuff happening on Discord, posts about synths and gear. We also talk about modular, excellent things about modular going on here. So do check out Discord. All right, back to the show. Well, there you go. That was nice and easy. That way I don't have to remember to say all that stuff. So thanks for putting up with that. What I'd do first is say good day to these guys. Hi, Daren, Andy, Ian, and Chris. And hi to the chatties. Yeah. Also, we were talking about membership before. Why don't we say thank you to these guys? want to shout out, though, that some of these people have been members of our YouTube channel and Patreon for many years. So you guys know who you are. Give yourselves a pat on the back and a big thank you from me and everyone else here. There we go. There we go. All through that. Fantastic. We can just get stuck into the show now. And we can start by saying hi to the chatties. Hi, chatties. How are we? How is everyone going? There's a few people rocking on up. It's good. Good to see you all. How's the Superbooth this year? How have you found it? Let us know in chat if you've liked it, disliked it. If you've thought there's something in there that maybe it's piqued your interest and you want to get it. You want to really sort of wish they would hurry up and release it so you can get it home and play with it. Let us know. So big shout out to all you guys. I think first in was M Block. Good on you, mate. Said good morning. So obviously he's from, I'm guessing, the US would be a guess because it's morning over there. So shout out to you. And there's a whole bunch of guys like Steve Smith, the Wookiee, and Koshtu Kai, Dead Man Walking, Thomas John's there. Big hello to all you guys. Matt Brown, Zastruga, Da Vinci Girl. Big hello to all of you. Dr. Synth Manny's there. Big hello to them. You'll notice the guys in the chat who are members, they've got their little Synth Geekery icon badge next to their name. So don't get jealous. Just become a member. It's only like $2. It's really cheap. And I think Patreon, their lowest membership in Patreon is like $1. It's really not a lot. So it's not like it's not making me rich, put it that way. But it is, get your name on the thing, show some support, that's for sure. Right, okay, let's do How's Your Week Been? And we're going to start this week with, well, our longest serving fantastic musician, live person, and that's Daren. How's your week been?
Good day. Been busy. Oh, I've got another that sort of dreamy effect again. I don't know what's causing it. Weird. But anyway,
it's because you're hot stuff, Daren. That's what it is.
It must be. Well, it's not warm in here, I'll tell you. We're having thunderstorms at the moment. Yeah, I've just been. I've started. I'm doing some more on my live case. It was just turning into like one of those sort of never-ending projects. That's like, I've got an idea. I'll do this. It starts working out, and then you find out that I've got. Oh no, I can't do that because something I've put in a certain place now will have to be moved, which means then I'll have to redesign how to fit that in. Oh, yeah, so that's been taking up a lot of my time, basically. Then having to order bits because I'm not quite as skilled on as Chris with all his making stuff. So I have to come up with different ideas. That's, for layman's way of doing it. Bang a big bolt, or something like that. So that's what I've been basically doing. A little bit of live work and a little bit of track messing about with, but music-wise, not a huge amount. Mainly just working on this live case, or trying to, because I have to do it in bits when I get a chance. So that's my week, really. Other than that, I'm working, so it's that time of year.
Fantastic. Well, that's a good job. Well done. Heading over to the other side of the US. How you going, Andy? How's your week been?
Hey. Yeah, it's going all right. Sorry, I had to hold my boom mic again. I got this ground loop thing with this stupid headset. So when I touch the boom mic, it seems to go away. So for now, I'm going to leave it that way. This week, the highlight of the week was yesterday. I was at Stanford Karma again. They had open house, the annual open house. Almost missed it. Somebody told me about it before I did something totally different. And so that was amazing. I shot a bunch of footage locally because, again, they have signal problems there. So I did an intro video live on my channel just to show that I was there for the event. And then I shot a bunch of local stuff to upload. Amazing stuff. I ran to the guy who works with Jordan Rudess on GeoShred, who works with the SWAM instruments and stuff. I met him at NAMM with Manny last year. He did a talk on physical modeling stuff. And there's a couple guys working on really cool instruments. I think one is almost an instrument. It's more of a live effect using granular stuff. Really interesting stuff. And these are free downloads. I didn't get the links ready before the show. Sorry. So I'll probably go into your show comments, Ranzee, and put them in there. But one is amazing. One is a physical modeling synth. He had a Rolly Seaboard Rise 2 hooked up, and you could do the MPE stuff with it. and it's really really cool, and it's free. It's just you got to download it from GitHub or whatever his link was. So that and just all kinds of stuff, walking around, meeting people. There's some live performances. They ended the whole thing. The evening ended with a live jazz trio that was wicked. I mean, they were just really really good. It was a guy from Nigeria who was doing a piece referencing some trouble in Nigeria still. I guess there's still some unrest going on over there, and so he wrote a whole song about the issues over there. It's a beautiful jazz track. I'm not a jazz guy, but this was really awesome, and the guys are really good musicians. So actually, it wasn't a trio; it was a quartet because it was a piano guy as well. But so that was yesterday. Other than that, I have a bunch of stuff from the wacky Hawaii trip, like over a week ago, to upload because I couldn't live stream much there. So look for more travel crap if you like that stuff. And that's about it. Happy to be here again. So
Fantastic. Over to Ian. Hey, Ian. How's your week?
Up. Good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night. How's my week been? Started off Sunday. I spent the day with Jane's dad over in Exeter. So we went over for the day. That was nice. And then put out my podcast on Monday, which is the one about the Michael Jackson film. Less said about that, the better. Now that is all done and dusted, and it's no longer number one film, actually. Tuesday, I had a meeting with a local musician, a guy who literally lives. He lives almost next door to where the Tears for Fears studio is, which is 3 miles outside of Frome. Nice guy. Surprise! We're going to get together and do some stuff together. He's a multi-instrumentalist, but his first instrument was drums, which is good because I can't play drums. He's from Scarborough, so he's a Yorkshireman. So we were bound to get on, weren't we? What else are we doing? I spent most of the week actually updating the Sinners Review website, which is where all of the videos, and I went back and I'd written some articles for online blog back in 2012, 2013, and I thought I should take them off their site and put them on mine, so I did that as well. Paid for my Edinburgh Fringe accommodation, which I will say is the cost of several expensive synthesizers, and we'll leave that at that. And then I applied for our media accreditation, so hopefully we are going as reviewers again. If not, we're going to go anywhere because we pay for the bloody accommodation. We can't get our money back. But yeah, the only other thing I've been doing, I've been messing around with the MPC Live and the Cross. And one thing I will say about the MPC, don't matter what keyboard or what controller you plug into it, it just works. No messing around. You just plug them together and they just work. It's brilliant, actually. So I've been messing around with that a bit as well. That's it. Happy to be here as always.
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much. And Chris, how's your week been, mate?
Hey. It's been a bit of a busy week. We all know why. No, the other reasons why are because I've been working on the firmware for the GP82, which I didn't quite get to releasing this week for beta testing because I found 3 or 4 new bugs. 3 of them were bugs introduced with the new features, so it's good to find them. They were, once I worked out what they were pretty easy fixes, so that's good news. There was one bug I found which is in a part of the gate generating for a particular mode that's actually been there since the first version, and I only noticed it because my scope, which I didn't own when I wrote the first version of the firmware, showed me that something was a little inconsistent, and that's when I discovered that there was an error made, and so that's a bug that's fixed now, which is good. So this week, hopefully, we'll see how we go, depending on everyone's Superbooth hangovers may dictate that they don't have the time to do any testing. That's okay. But yeah, I'll probably release it this week. Apart from that, I've been a little busy in the 3D printing world. To my, let's see if I get this right, to my left, or to your left.
See, that's what I need to be doing for my case.
This is a 16. I call it the Mod Pod 16 because it's 16 HP wide. It's just a little pod, a bit like what what we saw last week, I think, in one of the videos on someone else's news. I make these little pods in different widths and different sizes, and I made one, for example, for the RS9, the little drum machine module that's been working really well, that this one's basically based on, and now I've parameterized it so that I can make it any size I wanted to, and I needed something for holding my module while I'm developing it. It's been, kind of, normal Maikshifter style where everything falls over and it's held up with sticky tape and rubber bands and stuff, and we're not doing that anymore. We've got 3D printing, so we're going to do that. So that's what I was working on this week. So it all starts on a print bed. It all starts in many different parts, and you kind of slot things together, tongue and groove and stuff like that, which is all good fun. The other thing I'm going to do with this pod is that there? Oh yeah, you can see something's in the actual modules in that particular picture. The other thing is that I've got one of these electronics things. It's basically it's very small. That's how big it is. In fact, I'll put it up for scale. That's how big it is. It's only the size of my eye. It's a little circuit board that turns 5 volts into positive and negative 12, and amazingly, it actually works. So so that's pretty cool. So the idea is I'm going to be able to plug a USB into this little pod to power it while I'm doing development, which is great because it means now I can test my module in a different location other than the studio. So I can keep on working on it when I'm having my lunch, which is, I know that's crazy, but that's what us, obsessed creative people do, eat their lunch while working on software. So that is going to be quite good fun.
So basically, it's a USB to 12 volt jobber.
Yeah, basically it's a USB to 12 volts. So if so you can see, I'll just try and zoom it up for you because you probably, so it basically 5 volt comes in on the right hand side, and it's actually 3 to 11 volts, and it just basically puts out -12 to +12, which is perfect for eurorack. So and it does it's not brilliant, it's not like exactly 12, it's a little over, but this is no problem for doing like prototyping and stuff like that, which is the main purpose of it for me. It's also not proven for audio quality or anything like that. I don't know how much noise gets through from a little device like this. I didn't hear any obvious noise when I plugged a few things in, but I don't have any expectations. I'm mainly doing this, going this route just for development of digital devices. So I'm talking about control voltage type output stuff, and so rather than actual audio mixing and stuff like that, which is a bit more critical and low noise for that kind of circuitry. So it might work out well. So we'll see. I'll be testing it, on the coalface, so to speak. So that's cool. The other thing that's happened this week is at the beginning of the week I kind of weakened, and I may have ordered something, and it's probably going to be fairly obvious what it is when you start listening to what's going on here.
He couldn't resist, could he?
No. You got that pretty quick too, didn't you?
What do you think, Chris?
Yes. So, yes.
I said you couldn't resist, Chris. What do you think?
It's an interesting one. The first thing I noticed with it is that it really depends on your source material. And I happened to plug in something that wasn't... I happened to plug something in that wasn't particularly exciting for it. So it kind of gave me a little bit of a, Oh yeah, I can do that. I can give you a reverb for that, but it's kind of, it's not really. I need something. Could you give me something a little tastier to chew on? So then I pulled out some other things and got some samples going, and then it kind of came to life. And yeah, but it's quite cool the way it has that swell circuit, which is basically an envelope follower that's turning the amplitude of the incoming signal and putting it to modulation of the various different parameters. You can control how much modulation goes to each one. Once you work that out, you can realize what it's doing, but it's quite a cool effect. I enjoy it. It's got so many different algorithms, and as you can hear, it just sounds gorgeous. So yeah, a lot to data mine there. There's like, it got to where it's 9 algorithms or something. That's one of the reasons why it's kind of exciting. But yes,
yeah,
Ranzee,
I was the same when I was putting stuff into it. I was like, it depends on what you put into it first. When you first initially get it, you go, oh, well, I don't know actually. You start playing around with things and whacking some other start things, and you go, oh, actually, I do like it.
Yeah, you have to find what works with it. Each algorithm, it's interesting. It is interesting. It's definitely more of a creator's sort of, a playground for experimenting. You will get lost for a long period of time trying to coax things out of it. What I really like about it is have you noticed the freeze on it, Daren? How it doesn't just stay frozen. It kind of evolves. It keeps on evolving. After
I thought it was me at first because normally when I'm freezing things, it's freeze.
Yeah, so
and I was like,
exactly.
that's not truly frozen as such.
That's right.
It is, but it's not.
It's still modulating to the input audio signal. You could probably turn that off, but I thought it was kind of cool because it was.
Yeah, you can tweak that.
I literally. Yeah, I know you can definitely tweak that. I literally at one stage, because it was late at night when I plugged this in last night, and I literally nearly fell asleep just listening to it as it was just in freeze mode, and then I went, oh god, I should be going to bed. So that was kind of what I mean by it's got to get lost in it.
That's why I like it. It'd be great for in a little box, like I said. This is why Ian wants one, something like this, because you can just get lost in just a reverb module without realizing it.
Don't say that.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not one of those ones where you plug it in and go, I need my reverb, and I want you to dial in my shimmer verb right now. It definitely, you have to work a little bit for it. And particularly if you say, I want to change your reverb algorithms, almost everything changes when you change the reverb algorithm. So the same things that might have worked in one don't necessarily work well in the other. So you've got to change things around. It's definitely it's a case of trying different things and sort of finding things that work with it. So it's quite cool that way. But I'm glad I've got other, like I've got 2 FX aids, for example, and you just dial them in and it gives you instantly what you need and you're being specific about it. This is going to be much more about finding and uncovering music that I didn't really realize I'd actually written. For example, that noodling stuff that was coming through there is just an old patch that an old program in my Electribe 2S, which I haven't done anything with, so it's just kind of really cool the way it was.
Yes, exactly what I did. Some old rubbish, or what I thought was rubbish, fire it through it, and a world of something new.
That's just the reverb. It's still going. It's still going. Yeah, so cool fun. As I was saying, Rants, that came really quickly. I ordered it on Monday evening, late, and it's turned up here on Friday.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that IntelliGel are doing half price shipping at the moment.
Oh yeah, they did that with me.
I haven't. Yeah, exactly. I haven't.
If you just tell them that you're one of the hosts on Synth Geekery, they'll give that half price shipping to you every single time too.
I will remember that. Yeah. Now I'm part of the IntelliGel family. It's like,
Yeah, they love you. They love you.
now. Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's get a move on. That's awesome. Well done, guys. It's time. Well, we all know it's time for this. Oh, dearie me. Here we are again at the Synth Quiz Lab. We are going to pop another quiz out this week. Hopefully we don't upset Wagoo. We tend to upset him every week. I do apologise in advance. That way, if he gets upset, he's already got his apology and I can just move on with the show. Okay, we've got 3 clues incoming. Here we go. We're going to start with the clue number 1 there. Pre-filter mix. I don't mind a bit of a pre-mix. In a glass. Away you go. Get your guesses in. ! Synth Quiz space and your guess, and that will get you rocking and rolling. Well done. So the quiz is underway. Why don't we do funny side? Here we go. Lots of marriage advice on this show. Cooking advice, marriage advice, you name it. Wife, I've got nothing to wear. Me, I've got nothing to play. See, all you need is just my help. If you thought that she's getting angry with you because you're getting more synths, you can just point this meme out to her and go, look, it's all relative, love. It's all relative. You can go get your shoes. Collect them like Imelda Marcos if you want. Away you go, and then I'll collect my synths. Fantastic. Next,
the other version is they just open the fridge, it's full of food. There's nothing to eat. So,
well, that's yeah. You got to watch out if you've got kids doing that. Anyway, hey bro, would you buy a kalimba? What the hell? No. What if it's 500 euros and makes blip blops? Whoa! Hell yeah! I think that might be a Superbooth meme, guys. That might be a Superbooth meme.
You're right, it is.
Yeah. By the way, if you feel butthurt, if you're the actual manufacturer of that thing and you're getting butthurt about this meme, don't blame me. I'm just showing you the meme. I'm just the shower, not the creator. Don't necessarily agree or disagree. Okay. Blip blops, eh? Set your pockets free, people. Go from this to this. Start slimming your wallet with synthesizers. Hey? Fantastic. No?
That just happened.
Wow. Crickets. Crickets, that one. All right, next. Eye test time. Really... Guys, we're the optimists just here. If you see this watermelon and you see red, you're a normal person. If you see green, you're a little bit odd. But if you see blue, well, you need a new synth.
I need a new synth.
What colour do you see? Let us know in chat. Don't tell me you're colourblind, because that's not really going to work on this thing. Okay, so let me just make this final now. Digital circuits are made from analog parts. So guys, does that mean analog wins?
Every time.
It's greater than the sum of its parts, is what they're saying. So it's...
Yes.
Dearie me. That'll get people going, no, but what about blah, blah, blah. And the blah, blah, blah is where it all just gets unraveled. I've probably started something just there.
Code.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway,
Code.
We need to do a poll. We have launched the poll. The poll is in the YouTube chat, guys. Sorry about the Twitch and Facebook and Trovo and all the other people watching.
Hey up, Dennis.
Yep. He's done it already. !
Yes.
Vote space 0 is wife versus synths. 1 is blip blops. 2 is pockets are free. 3 is the eye test. And 4 is analog wins. Fantastic. Get your votes in. Here they come. Wow, it's gone all over the shop. Ooh. I'm telling you, I have put these memes together and I think, oh, this one will be funny. And it's not. It's like, okay, wow, you people are cold.
Well, the wallet was the realization, wasn't it?
Slap in the face.
You know, it's actually this week. It's going to be a very tight show. It's all over the place this week. Wow, holy schnappers! We got a slight leader right now. Probably because they've felt this. They feel this. You know, it's probably been their little camber that they've had in their life. They've had a little bit of a pinch there. You know, they relate. Ooh, geez. This could go anywhere. We've definitely hit our 10, so we could stop this poll at any time. But there's literally 3 front runners right now. What to do? What to do? I might wait for one more. Ooh. As soon as I hit stop, someone always votes afterwards. It's because of that 10-second or whatever it is delay on YouTube. Ah, dearie me.
By the way, the synths don't just slim your wallet. They also, it's a good workout if you're lifting the heavy vintage stuff. So it's like going to the gym.
Yeah. Well, guess which one won? The answer is... Come on, Dennis. Wife versus synth, and only with 4 votes. That's how close it was. I can tell you that 2 other memes were only 1 vote short. The blip blops and the analog wins. Fantastic. But the eye test, that one wasn't too popular with people. They didn't like that one.
You tried to trick us.
Yeah. Hey, look, not necessarily the opinion of me. Remember that.
Yes.
Right. Here we're going to go to news. Yes, we've got a lot to get through this week because of Superbooth. Now, I'll tell you now, I'm not going to show every single product. I say this every year too. I've been saying this for 7 years. I'm not going to show every single product coming out of Superbooth. Why? Because I just don't think we need to. And 2, because I think what you guys want is a discussion about things that we find interesting, that we think you will find interesting. So at least we're coming from a corner of maybe some knowledge. I'm not going to show something that I'm completely like, what the hell is this? And I don't understand it. I just don't think it really makes for good viewing. Sometimes I might, because I might want to discuss it with you. Anyway, let's start with Erica Synths. Geez, they've been busy, haven't they? There was a bullfrog thing last week, and now they've got their actual own products coming out this week, starting with this, the resonant filter bank. They actually emailed me a press release with this, so I actually knew about it. Had a bit of a look, and I have to tell you, this does have a lot of hallmarks from the Eurorack module that they released a year or so ago. So if you guys don't remember that, we can show that a little bit later. But what I thought I'd do first is let's play the video and you can hear it, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Yeah. Well, that's what it sounds like. It really does. I mean, it's a filter bank, resonant filter bank, and distort it does. It doesn't have to, but it does. And I think that's what a lot of people love about it. But now it's actually a, desktop sort of guitar pedal sort of style case. I don't know, module, desktop module. I don't know how you'd call it anyway. But there is a lot of similarities between that, as I said before, and the Eurorack module. So what you're looking at is 10 band analog stereo filter there. Now, it's a multi-mode filter, of course, but emulates all sorts of different types of filters by the way that you adjust all this. And it has a memory and recall feature on here, and presets, so you can actually get this thing to store what you've done, or you can play around with the actual factory presets this thing's got. But also, because it's a filter, I mean, a lot of people forget about this, but filters actually, in a way, are EQs. So you can use this as a spectral compressor. You can adjust all the bands that way. It's got some clocked modulation in it too, so it actually synchronizes the band updates to a MIDI clock. So you can get a kind of sample and hold style movement on those bands, which is interesting. There's videos that show this. I can't show them because they're not Erica's. It does self-oscillation. So when you push the resonance past, I mean, like any filter, right? When you push the resonance on it, the filters begin to self-oscillate, turning the unit into a no-input sound generator. So you can do some self-generating. I'm wondering, though, I didn't actually get to find out whether the MIDI keyboard input will play as a keyboard on this. So that's something I didn't know, but maybe someone could find that out. There's feedback loops that are configurable in this, so you can actually create like your own sort of textured self-oscillation type things. 20 independent LFOs and envelope followers. That's pretty insane. And other than that, price. Okay, this is probably gonna hit you in the face like a cod. You have scales flying everywhere. No, $859 for this baby. So yeah, she's on the pricey side. I did swallow a few times before that one sunk in. It is the US tax tariff price though, because if you are living in the Euro land, depending on whether you pay VAT or not, it's only €660. So
yeah, I mean, I've just looked. The best price in the UK is $575 from Juno, but it does range from that to $750.
yeah, you can go from $675
shop
to
around.
$750. Yeah, I'd say the
nobody's got
575 might be pre-VAT. Maybe, Ian, that could be pre-VAT.
It doesn't say that actually.
Doesn't
'cause
say?
Normally, Juno just put the final price. The other thing to do with Juno is, don't do it now, but when it's available, send them a message and say, "Can you get me a better price?" And they will.
Yeah. Do not buy this if you're living in Australia. You don't even want to know. It's like a mortgage payment.
Okay, boss.
Yeah. Well, Chris, you're fine because you don't have mortgage payments. But do you know what I mean? It really is. It's like it's nearly $1,500 in Australia. Yeah. It's a lot of money. So other than the price, it's pretty good. It is a synth price, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go into a store, you're going to buy the thing with the keyboard.
I mean, I always wanted a Sherman filter bank. I always wanted one. So I suppose it's on the similar price range to that.
I have the power supply for a Sherman filter bank. Does that count?
Oh, well, I suppose so.
You're halfway there.
Funny story. I'll tell you another time why I got one. Saturday Sonority for this.
Well, the funny thing is, I feel, is that you can buy the Resonant FB Eurorack module for $550 in Australia, which is literally a third of the price. And I wouldn't be surprised if that means it's a third of the price in the UK for the Eurorack module in the UK. It's not the same thing.
No.
All the way through.
It's different scale, isn't it?
Different scale. It doesn't have sliders. There's a whole bunch of things that it doesn't do, but it's still a 10-band EQ/filter bank. It is resonant. It does have presets. It does have the drive circuit in it, so you can overdrive it. It does have a clock. This particular clock on this one is CV, so it's slightly different. But having said that, that might be another option for you. So if you're looking at this going, what the hell is this? Is an insanely priced thing. The other option is go for the Eurorack module. because they're selling them right now for, like I said, like £275.
Sweet.
That's it for me. Anyone want to talk about this? Who's missing?
I don't know.
Andy.
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 Come back, Andy. All is forgiven.
There he
I
is.
don't need this.
I'm here. I'm just hiding in the background. So
You're in the corner, buddy. I'll put you in the corner.
yeah,
Don't
you can put me in the
Andy
corner. It's not. I'm not baby. You can still put me in the corner. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't need this, but I'd like to. I mean, I would like to have it if you know, if somebody would like to donate it. But I'm not going to buy one.
Exactly,
No. It would be nice to have in the
Yeah,
studio.
and
Buy that for $1.
Yeah, it's something I'd like to
Yeah.
like Ian. I'd like to have it, but I'm not really going out to buy one. But I would. It'd be something that if you had money, no object, that I'd have one in the studio. A bit like a Sherman.
Yep.
Quite creative.
Head down to the local shop in your Lamborghini and pick one up.
Yeah.
That's what Daren's saying.
Get it set. I get it set to my home in Monaco.
I mean, you could probably achieve similar things with other things that you've already got. Dare I say it, if you had a laptop
Yeah, I mean-
and a DAW, you could probably just
Well, I was going to
get
say
that thing to go.
straight in the door if I wanted to do this, really. But
I
it's just that gear.
could probably write one in Max MSP, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
This might be a hot take, but
Go
I
on,
see
Ian.
a lot of people coveting Sherman filter banks, but no one's really using them in interesting ways that I can tell. So
They
I know they're
were
good pieces of kit, but
they were pretty popular around, I reckon, about 15, 16 years ago. I remember them being
I know
really
the Chemical
popular around
Brothers
then.
used to love them.
90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, I remember seeing a lot of videos on YouTube about 15, 16 years ago with the Sherman in it, and people were going, "Oh, I got to get one," and you couldn't get one at that time because they'd stopped making them.
yeah.
So they kind of had a resurgence back then. Yeah, I would never say no to a Sherman. I'd definitely grab one
No.
if someone.
But it's just
said,
one of
"Oh,
those
yeah."
things that it's talked
Take
about a
it.
lot, but you don't hear about a lot of people either owning them or really using them very well. So
Look, the other thing too is there are different versions of parts of this in many, many, many different systems out there. So, like I said, if you were a little bit creative, you could probably achieve a similar result with putting some of these bits and pieces together. But it's the quickest way to get one of these without having to spend, what was it, $800 is to get the eurorack module, which Erica Synths buy. I'm sure they won't be upset with me pushing them either, because I actually think that module is insanely
I
what's the
think
word? Affordable.
You're complimenting Erica Synths by saying they've done the right thing here and catered to two different audiences. I think it's good.
I'm just
saying
I like
that
this
nobody-
desktop version.
That's my take.
I'm just a
smart.
little confused about
Yeah.
why this thing is the price that it is. That's my
Yeah.
big thing. If they want to let me know, they can. There might be some special magic thing that this does that I haven't covered. Then let us know.
one
what
cool
that
thing
is.
nobody talks about is the
Unobtainium.
Waldorf 4-pole. I know they're not very common, but I picked one up a while back, and they're really nice.
Oh yeah, I
So,
could never get hold of one. The walls off.
yeah.
But,
They had a
when I
2-pole as
yeah.
well, but the 4-pole is really, really cool.
But it was just a filter, just a single.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Input filter.
it just has that great Waldorf filter sound. So I don't know. It's not
No.
a bank per se,
Yeah,
but it's very nice.
I mean, for me, I had one for a little bit, but I also had a Mogafoga MF101, which is the Moog ladder filter in a pedal,
Sure.
and you could just any synth that you wanted a Moog ladder filter sound through, you just whack it through that, and it sounded fantastic. And I just found that I was just never using the Waldorf one, so I got rid of it.
Yeah.
It was okay. I'd say the Moog shat all over it, to be honest.
It's, apples and oranges, right? Because one's digital, one's analog. So,
Yeah. But for me, I just felt like it just outperformed it. So,
yeah.
this is analog. So, that puts that to bed, like the meme we showed earlier. This is actually,
Yep.
it's got digital stuff in it, but it's an analog filter.
Digital control.
Yeah.
Analog, yeah.
And that's pretty important when it comes to some of the characteristics that filters actually have. No matter how much they try and put numbers through algorithms and DSPs, I still feel like analog will still win on a filter. We can get like quantum computing level, maybe you might be able to start to go, well, it's unobtainable human differences won't
It
find
depends
it.
on what you're looking
But,
for as well. What sounds you want. So I mean, sometimes digital filters are just what you're looking for.
Well, that's right. Like if you get a Kurzweil K2600 and you want to sound like Robert Miles, it's the digital filter in the Kurzweil. Go your life.
Yeah.
They're actually sought after. That's the interesting thing about it. All right, let's not dwell on this. We are going to go to the next. Well done to Erica though for bringing another quality product. Next is 1010 Music have brought out another black box. This is the Black Box 2. Fantastic name for it. No, I'm not kidding. It is actually pretty cool. So let's have a look at the video and we'll come back on the other side and you can have a chat. Here we go. There we go, the Black Box 2 from 1010 Music, the Canadian company, if I remember rightly. Another Canadian company. Anyway, they've debuted this at Superbooth, and it is basically just a compact sampler, like the previous version. But as you can see, it has a bit of a Korg Electribe / Chaos Pad / I don't know. I feel like Korg Electribe. Yeah. That's what I have a feeling like. It really has a bit of a Korg vibe to it, and that's not a bad thing. It's not like they've copied Korg or anything, but it's kind of like, to me, it feels like it's got a. But I've always felt like I sold my my Electribe 2 sampler a few years ago, and I felt like it just really was limited. Like it didn't get to where I wanted it to get to. And if you actually, I don't know if you've ever played with the Black Box, the original, they get to where you want to get to. There's some really good programming in these things. Very, very clever. For a sampler, that's what I'm saying. So the new things about this is it actually has the ability to handle massive multi-samples and long WAV files directly from the SD card. And also there's a better screen. So if you're going to do all that sort of granular controls on your screen, you're going to have a pretty decent high resolution screen. It was pretty clear on the video. I thought the screen actually looked very nice. So you could see that.
Did they hint at a new bitbox as well, or just a black box?
Just the black box at this stage. We'll talk about what other things maybe in a minute. Internal battery on this is the new thing. So, Daren, this is what you'll love about this. The previous version,
because I have the blue box, which I use for live.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. So that's basically what the black box looks like, the old one.
Yep.
So basically what they've done is they've taken the metal, turned it from plastic, internal battery, They've taken some of the brains from the bento, put into this, beefed up obviously the internals. So yeah, if you liked the original, you're gonna like this. And also the way they've set the knobs at the top, whereas the old one was
on
down the side,
yeah.
it just makes just easier to work out, because sometimes even when they're mixing on either side, you just get a little bit confused.
Yeah, and that's more from the bento they've got that from.
Yeah.
Yeah. So double the processing power, Daren. So they've got a new processor in this, and it's twice as fast. So that's one of the things. The battery is going to last you 3 hours approximately of portable use. What was that? Someone was asking a question?
Yeah, sorry, I was just going to ask the question. Was the original black box 4 channels, 4 tracks? Because this one's definitely 4 tracks.
I think so.
I'm not sure, actually.
I actually think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may have got that wrong.
I remember having used mine in a while.
Yeah, I actually think so. There's a new shredder instrument on here, a hybrid granular. Okay, so this shredder thing we talked about in the bento a while back. So they actually, I think there was something that they put this granular synth in before they put it in the bento as well. I forget what it was called. Some red coloured 1010 music device.
Well, the red one was the Fireball, which was the wavetable.
That's it. That's the one. So
pink one was the
orange one.
I can't remember. It's
maybe
like
it was orange
type style version. The orange one was the tangerine, which is sampler. Yes,
that was the granular.
So you've got a lemon drop, which is the yellow one. Red one was a Fireball for wavetables. Then you've got the tangerine, which was like a mini sort of black box sampler. The tangerine. The pink one, I forget what it was called, but it was like a drum machine type style thing. Which might have had the shredder on there, actually.
Yeah. You know what this is starting to sound like, Daren? This is starting to sound like that we need to collect them all. I feel, we've got to collect them all.
No!
Okay, prices, and then you guys can have a chat about this. $649 US, this is RRP, €759. Because these guys are based in Canada, that's probably why they're getting the good US price there. €595, $9.99 estimated exchange rate calculated today, Aussie dollar. It's probably what it's going to be, Chris, when it hits the shores here in 7 years' time.
Buy it through a certain music store then, at the prices that they're advertising for this.
669 at Juno.
669.
Yeah.
You should be able to get it for $595.
Yeah.
So push them if you want to buy it. Yeah. 16-track polyphony on that synth, but
granular.
4 instruments per track, which is pretty interesting. Micro SD card, 3 stereo outs. You've got 3.5mm, 1 stereo in headphones and MIDI in and out TRS. USB-C, which is host and device, and a multi-channel USB audio. Oh, that was the other thing. This is Daren, you'll be able to vouch for this. The previous version also had the USB audio device built into it as well. So this is a multi-channel USB audio. I can't remember if the other one had multi-channel as well, but this definitely does. The thing that really kind of interests me about this is that it's so tiny. It really is. And you could just take this with you anywhere.
This is perfect for taking on holiday. Like I say, it's about the same size, but in a hardened plastic. So I mean, you just pop it in. And now, before, obviously, this had the 2 USB. So one was for power, and obviously one was for your host. And but now you don't need the power USB, basically. So you can literally pop it in your pocket, take it out where you want. Bang, four-track sampler,
charge it,
creative machine.
The other interesting thing, this is for Ian and anyone who owns any MPC and Force as well, I guess now, is it's class compliant audio interface as well as MIDI.
Yes.
So that means that you'll be able to bring this thing straight into your MPC Live and it will see it. So all the channels, the audio channels and the tracks on this thing will come straight in. or vice versa. So you can sample your MPC Live straight into this, and then take this,
Take it in your
unplug
pocket, Ian.
away you go.
Yeah, I was trying not to like this. You know that, don't you? I was really trying really hard
Yeah,
not
I
to
know,
like
I
this.
could see.
Having used the blue box for live and everything.
Can see him scratching his beard. He's
They're
like,
really good. I really like it. It's really good. So
no, they are. I'm hardly selling it, aren't I, Darren? 1010's music it makes some really good algorithms.
do.
and they do
I've
update
looked at their stuff
they do
before.
update the firmware. So I will say this: you should never buy a product on what may be coming or may be out. We always say, but 1010 do seem to listen to their customers and apply firmware updates with new features and things. I mean, look at the bento with putting the fireball on and everything on there. And was it the
that's right.
yeah, it was a fireball they put on. Just putting that on.
It's only 6 months or something before they did that.
They're cool people
Yeah.
too. It's a husband and wife team at the expo, so you can talk
Yep.
to them, just regular folks. So,
Yeah, so
but the
I'm
one thing,
always
does it
holding a
play
thumb
Doom
for
anymore? Have they
1010.
modified it so much it can still not play Doom, or can it still do Doom?
That-
These are the important
Widescreen
things to
Doom.
Andy, by the way, guys.
yes.
Not making
Like,
music.
oh, I see. How
Gotta
the black
play
box to
Doom.
play music.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I'm just playing Doom.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge Doom guy. Yeah.
You're an ID software fan, are you? Fair enough.
Yeah, it was long time ago.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right. Well, that's the Black Box 2. Find them in any crashed aircraft at your local crash site.
Yeah.
Next, Buchla, the Ziggy. Ziggy's out. There we go. Now, this is kind of cool. This is exciting. Because I don't know, if you guys have never had a Buchla thing, there's a couple of options nowadays to try and get yourself into Buchla in a more affordable
It's the tip-top
way.
stuff, yeah.
You can do the tip-top audio and go into Eurorack land with it, which is kind of, it's kind of weird but different. Or you can buy this, the Ziggy. Yeah, it's a desktop analog synth based on West Coast type of style of synthesis, and it's 100% analog signal path, but it's got a little bit of clever digital controls in there, and they're actually they're calling it an instrument rather than a synthesizer. So it's probably a good way to look at it, I feel, because if you attack a Buchla like an instrument, you'll probably feel that that's kind of its heart, its soul. If you attack it like a synthesizer, you might be too engineering about it. It might be another way to look at it, I guess, but you can get lost in the weeds that way. So attack it like an instrument.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've tried to play Buchla at shows, and I can't get. I'm just looking to get a noise out of one of them.
Yeah.
Well,
this one features the complex oscillator in it, and the whole point of that, it starts like a sine wave, and then it can be warped into spikes and squares and saws and all that sort of stuff. And it's got a modulation oscillator in here as well, and that can reach audio rates too, so you can use it to make audio for FM and AM synthesis if you want to. And you can shape with their low pass gate in here, which is very typical of Buchla, because it's kind of where low pass gates probably came from, synthesis wise, not necessarily electronics wise, but synthesis wise. And it's got this innovative cycler. It's new for the Ziggy. So it's a multi-purpose modulation source that acts like a hybrid of a clock, an envelope generator, an LFO, and a random source. So it's kind of, we've seen this around before, but they've kind of packaged it nicely. But they give this an uncertainty parameter in this, so you can actually get some generative evolving patterns with that. It does have a lot of modern connectivity, which I like. As you see up the top, you've got MIDI, MIDI DIN, MIDI TRS, you've got USB-C, so that's pretty cool. 1 volt per octaves, by the way, if you're wondering. So that's CV. So you can hook this up to your Eurorack if you want to.
And it's got effects.
It's got effects, digital effects, I should say. So there's a stereo reverb,
Quite
delay,
nice sounding.
chorus, pitch shifter, and distortion. And pitch shifter is interesting too. So it is a digital pitch shifter though. So some interesting things out here. Let's have a listen. I don't know how much they're going to show in a minute 13, but we'll give it a crack, as they say in Australia. Here we go. That's for
There you go,
Andy.
Got to make your stuff fun, right?
There we go. The Ziggy. What did you guys think of that?
Well, the sound didn't blow me away, but I mean, I would want to spend some time with it, really. You know,
Okay.
but
Yeah, I've
And
never
that-
messed
the
about
game's-
with
the game's
Air
fun.
Vehicle, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I did watch a Sonic State video. Seemed pretty cool.
Mm.
Certainly has that kind of expensive Buchla sound.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems to tick the boxes.
We'll talk about price in a sec. I want to kind of leave that because I feel that it deserves the price, and you'll see why in a minute.
yeah,
Look, it's pretty basic. In if you look at it as a spec sheet, synthesizer. Remember how I said before, don't look at it as a synth, look at it as an instrument. Because then if you look at it as a spec for a synth, it's got 2 analog oscillators, and you think, okay, wow, that's pretty small. But then if you start looking at it in a more sensible instrument way, those 2 oscillators, one of them, as I mentioned before, is a complex oscillator, and the other one is a modulation oscillator, which can do audio rate and do FM and AM and all that sort of stuff. The other thing that it's got in it is the analog low pass gate, which is a Salon key style low pass gate, and I feel that's kind of there's some subtleties in that. If you play with low pass gates, you'll know what I mean. The cyclic envelope on there, which we mentioned before, is pretty cool. It's got an X LFO, not an LFO, an X LFO, and I mentioned before what that meant. It means it's it's combinated with those other bits, the generation of uncertainty and things like that. And then I feel like it's nice that they've put the digital effects in there, because don't forget, this is a little box, a little desktop box, right? You kind of you do want to have effects with Buchla sounds. I feel like they deserve, especially at least a reverb, right? Especially a reverb, but also delays. This is the thing that I like about it the most. I feel personally, this is the cool thing. It has 100+ preset slots.
Yeah, new. That's
Yeah.
new.
And when you think about Buchlas, you probably think patch cables, right? Most people who have played with Buchlas would be putting patch cables in. This thing doesn't need patch cables at all. No patch cables. It has web MIDI support, Ian. So you can jump this into your little web browser thing and you can configure it through web MIDI, or you can put it through your DAW and map the MIDI that way as well. So I kind of feel like there's some really cool benefits with. Maybe people haven't gone Buchla before because it missed a bit of the I can't save a preset, or I don't want to have 50,000 patch cables lying around. It might have been a bit of that, or maybe they were just a bit meh about the sound. It sounded too much like a
always the price
sci-fi music. All right, well,
I always wanted the easel, but
let's
I
do
could
the
never
price.
afford it.
let's do the price. For you, Ian, anything around the £850 mark.
Yeah, I've just looked, and I can't get it here at the moment for less than $939, but that's the launch price, isn't it? So it's going to come down a bit.
Yeah. So $915
I
is
think
what they're saying is their launch. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good price for a Buchla.
I do too. I think it's fantastic because normally they're about $3,000.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of groundbreaking for them.
Now for us, Chris, it's $1,779 for a Buchla.
Yeah. That's pretty.
I can see this thing selling a lot more than probably their other. The easel is a lot more expensive than this, obviously. Okay, yeah, it's nowhere near as many features. I get it, we get it, and they've done that on purpose. But this is like this is like the little Fiat car, isn't it? That's what this is.
I still think the patch memory is going to make this a unique proposition, even for Buchla.
Yeah.
I think as we watch this space, you might see some.
Plus, Buchla gets a bad name for being plinky plonky, goofy kind of stuff, but that's how people choose to use them. They don't have to sound that way. Listen to Alessandro Cortini. He does beautiful stuff with Buchla systems, and all kinds of people did crazy stuff.
Susan Ciani.
Suzanne Ciani.
I
mean, you get stuff like Subotnick did weird stuff with it, of course, and so does Todd Barton and stuff. But I mean, plenty of people are doing beautiful musical stuff with them. But I could never afford them, so I got the Make Noise stuff. And the Make Noise started copying Buchla circuits a long time ago. Like the Woggle Bug is Source of Uncertainty, pretty much.
Yeah.
And the maths came from that, and also the Zero Coast is essentially like one of these guys, with a mixture of West Coast, East Coast stuff. So,
I really think this is going to get Buchla into a lot more studios. This is what I think. It's a price that people will go, you know what? I can finally get an actual Buchla branded, not some clone, someone knocking off Buchla designs. This is actually their stuff. They've put a lot of thought into this, and I feel like it's pretty deep. It is a simple instrument, definitely. But I always think, like, you think back, Roland SH101, there's so many examples of simple instruments that have just been so powerful. TR-808, TB303, very simple instruments over the years that have just been very powerful for many, many, many years. I think this one's going to kick some goals. I could be wrong. Would I get it? Yeah, if I could spare the cash, definitely. I'd definitely look at getting this for sure. Yep.
Yeah, me too.
And it doesn't just do bleeps and blops, You can do your bleeps and blops.
And the bleeps and blops, it does a really good bleeps and bloops. It's very interesting, crazy stuff, But you see someone with a 200E system, it's like $20,000, right? Going blip, 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 blip. It's like, all right, buy something cheaper.
Yeah. You've literally got to get a movie contract to pay for it. I'll do your sci-fi sounds, please. Book me. I've got a Buchla. No, I'm kidding. All right. Well,
like even Native Yes, you listen to Native Yes do his little noodles on his Easel Weasel, the clone. Yeah. And it's beautiful stuff. It's very melodic and great timbres and so.
Yeah.
In the right hands, the equipment sounds amazing. So.
Yeah, you can get it to sound FME. You can get it to sound at wavetable-y.
People got to stop shitting on Buchla, basically. It's good stuff.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's move on to the next. This one is from Polyend. And look at this. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. This is the monolithic heavyweight hybrid drum machine called the Polyend Drums. Is this a Roland TR-1000 competitor? I don't know. I don't think so. But probably because the main thing in this is it's mainly, well, I don't know. It's got 4 advanced analog voices in this.
It sort of isn't.
It sort of isn't,
it's
sort
in
of
the
isn't.
price range for that anyway.
It's got knobbage, hasn't it?
It's got knobbage.
Yeah.
It looks very cool.
Like
if you saw that on someone's desk, you'd think,
oh yeah, it looks.
What the hell are you controlling?
I'd like one just to have it on your desk like that. It's cool.
It is a drum machine. Okay.
That's the thing.
It has 8 hybrid tracks. Like I said before, 4 advanced analog voice engine. It has the Chris, you'll like this, dual SSI VCOs.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah, they have the whole SS series they use in this.
Yeah.
In their booth, they actually had a little a sheet that said explained what the actual chips were.
Yep.
I thought was very cool.
Yeah, I'm all over SSI VCOs. I think they're fantastic. Digital engine has got 40 synthesis modules, more than 40 actually, with mutations and 8 independent LFOs. So that's all on digital side. And we all know Polyend pretty good at doing that sort of stuff. Pretty decent quality audio coming out the back of this with 32-bit 96K internal processing and 24-bit 96K DAC if you want to pump the audio analog out the back. So with the internal processing, it does have that connectivity side, so you can digitally connect it and you'll still get your 96K. Does this X0Y morph fader on there, which is, you can see the fader on the left-hand side just above that button matrix. And the whole point of that is for triggers and fills and morph between kits. That's what that does. It's like a performance thing. The sequencer is probably going to be the strong point here because the Polyend sequencers are really good. And this will be I'd say this will be even more feature packed in the sequencer side. It includes things like their probability, microtiming, parameter locks, and their generative fill modes. And that's the thing that I actually saw. The fill modes on this was actually kind of intuitive. I thought it was good. Some drum machines that do fills, they just sound like really, really like cheesy. You know what I mean? Like a drum machine trying to do a fill. It's never ever going to sound real. You can always play with them, but yeah, it is a aluminium chassis. So I don't know if you guys have got Polyend stuff.
Solid.
My little Polyend track is aluminium. It's solid, yeah. You can get this in silver if you don't like the black, but I can tell you that the silver is just as sparse looking. Like, how the black, you think like, well, there's not a lot of signage and printing on the knobs and what they do.
Yeah, it looks pretty much the same, doesn't it?
Yeah, the silver one looks pretty much the same, except silver. Now, let's watch the vid, and then we're going to talk price, and then we're going to talk about this. This is a pretty exciting product, I have to tell you. Here we go.
Introducing Polyend Drums, an analog and digital drum machine designed to feel immediate, sound exceptional, and give you more ways to create with less to think about. With 8 tracks that can each become analog, digital, or sample-based, drums let you build beats with depth, movement, and character. Years of experience in developing sequencers led us to our most advanced and intuitive sequencing system yet. Generative algorithms, randomization, parameter locks, pattern chains, live recording, multiple track play modes, polyrhythms, and much more. Everything is deep when you need it and immediate when you want to move fast. Drums is built for live performance too. Pattern switching is instant, sound kits change immediately. You have quick access to every important parameter, nothing is hidden. The XOY fader lets you morph a kit between 2 different versions and turn a static pattern into a living performance. Dial in each parameter by hand or use the smart randomizer to create new variations, control accidents, and unexpected starting points. This is Polyend Drums.
There we go. One little thing I'll say is, I think Probe's message in the chat actually is, do you guys get the Korg vibe on this thing? I mean, I as soon as he said it in the chat, I went, "Oh my god, yeah!" The way the sequencer works is
Bottom
so
left-hand corner is very
very similar to this little baby here.
It's very.
Not necessarily meaning that they've copied it or anything, but it does have a little bit of a vibe going on with that. Anyway, what I'm pros for pointing it out. $699 US is this price, same euro price. UK price 2,145. Australian dollar price is about 4 mortgage payments. So it's
a Holden Barina basically.
I mean, geez, you can get it on Mazda 3 with that. Like a 2015 Mazda 3.
You can get it.
No, I'm kidding. When I first saw this, I thought TR1000 competitor straight away because of the
That's where
analog
my
voices.
money would go. Yeah.
And the TR1000 price, guys, can you remember what the TR1000 price is?
It's 2,000 at the moment. It's 2,280 from Gear for Music.
Okay. So it's a little bit cheaper than the TR1000. The thing is, it ain't a TR. It doesn't have an 808. It doesn't have a 909. It probably has those sounds in it, right? But it isn't a Roland, and that's something that it will never be. It can try to be it, but it never be the original Roland. So, my point about that is
quality.
Why bother trying? Just be your own drum machine.
Yeah.
Well, they are with that randomizing thing. Makes it very different. So,
yeah.
Also, it's like the Ramona drum machine on its side, basically. With the
that's how
sections like vertical. It's sections horizontal
with the knobbage. Yeah, absolutely.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I think it's built and it's really great. But at the end of the day, it's a sort of, and a lot of things because it can play samples, can it? But at the end of the day, it's a drum machine, and drum machines just don't seem to do it for me because I'd just rather just make my beats up and have it as a sampled loop. That's just the way I work.
It's funny. I do like it, but
Workflow.
I absolutely love my TR8S. So if I was to get rid of my TR8S, I wouldn't buy this. I would buy the TR1000 when it was no object. So but it's easy. Fairly, it's easy to program. It sounds great. You'd want to go and compare both of them. It looks great.
I think the Roland's a much bigger unit, a big hefty thing. So
yeah.
It's monolith.
This would be a lot easier to take out. If you wanted to spend £2,000, if you wanted to take something £2,000 out. Mind you, having said that, just a quick pause there. When you start adding up your live rig case, then you don't need to worry about how much money you're taking out, because if you've just got modular or like mine, as I totted it up, I've realised that it's not as cheap as you think it was.
You're doing it bit by bit, mate. That's the main thing. You're not going out there and doing it in one day. 8 tracks, 4 analog and 4 digital. How does that stack up to the TR1000?
I can't remember what the TR1000.
I always forget.
I thought the TR1000 had more than that, just off the top of my head.
I thought it had,
but I can't.
and it has same as this one, so dedicated circuits for different sections. So
yeah, it's a bigger, beefier unit with more on more thing. It's the upper end of a drum machine, sort of not quite maybe as the TR1000, but it's still got that quality. And
I tell you what, give me a version of this with just the 4 analog tracks.
I was just going to say that. I was just about to say, if this goes well, will there be trickle-down products?
Yeah. The reason why I say it, Chris, is we've all got
individual outs, by the way.
It does have 8 individual outs. Yeah.
You see, now this is I was hoping that they did this in the Polyend synth, because I really like that. But I was hoping they'd do like a Mark II with individual outs for the synths.
Well, the point I was going to say is that if they did a 4 analog track version of this, because the digital stuff, okay, it's cool and everything, and the sequence is cool, and you get those benefits by using it with this. You can do on an MPC, you can do on an Electron Octatrack, you can do it on a 1010 Music Bento, you can do it on so many different things.
Seems like a bit of an unnecessary reach into that area. Seems a bit unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't know. There's methods and reasons why they do and build these products. Yeah, chasing the tail of Roland.
It's like
is
a flagship
the main
range,
one.
isn't it? It's definitely a flagship. I mean, Polyend's never been cheap, but this is definitely their upper.
Yeah. What they didn't really show you in the video, by the way, is that because it does have the 4 analog filters as well as an analog VCA in this, you can do things like acid sounding bass sounds and super saws. You can.
Oh well, it's all right. It's one. Then that's it. It's got. You can do acid. That's it.
It's got the
big box loud with that.
It's got the Polyend synth engines in it as well. You can do things like those sort of speechy sort of sounding synth sounds, and obviously noise in there because it's got a noise because of the SSI chips. They've got noise on them. Carpless strong and additive stuff in there as well. So I mean, it's pretty deep. Euclidean things on the sequencer. That one button interface thing they were talking about. They're saying on the marketing speak, one button interface generates a complete musical idea instantly from 4.29 billion seeds. So obviously that's kind of their, they've done a bit of math working out what are the possibilities this thing can do. That's a pretty, that's like a seed for a lot of people.
I think AI involved in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of seeds.
It's a nursery full of randomness.
Yeah.
A seed bank. More seeds.
It's
than
a bit
seed
like
bank and
it's a bit
regular
like the resonant filter one. I like it, but I wouldn't be buying it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is the Poly-N drums. Well done, Poly-N. I do like Poly-N stuff. I don't think it'll be for me, though. Sorry. A little bit out of my reach.
Drool-worthy, but not wallet-opening worthy.
Yeah. Now, this next thing is really, really wacky and bizarre. And that's the Symaformer random or R&D synth. This thing is complete bonkers. It's a one button. One button.
I'm getting crumpets.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what's that phobia called again, Andy?
Yeah.
The Tysophobia or something?
Trypophobia.
Trypophobia, that's it, yeah.
This is pretty trivial already.
Let's have a look at this guy here.
It looks like it's moving before
Bang.
it's...
Hi, I'm Benbunu, and this is Random Synths.
I didn't ask for this sound. That's the point. Most instruments are designed to give control of a pitch, of a timbre, of a time. Not this one. Random Synth has one button, and one button only. Press it and something is born. Fully formed, unrepeatable, unchosen. Not a preset, not a sample, not a track. A sound that exists because mathematics and electricity collided in a particular way. Once.
All right, he goes on a bit about that, and I think you guys
You
get
need
the
a
idea.
1010 box next to it, obviously, if you're going to have this, aren't you?
Sample. Yeah.
It is a really weird thing. It's okay. So yes, it's a button, and it's got a USB-C thing at the back of it. It is pronounced random, by the way. But yeah, a whole bunch of weird shit happening with this. 8 different synthesis engines, subtractive, FM, acid, noise, speech, couple of strong, super saw, additive, 4-track multi-timbrely, for 4 instruments and 4 Euclidean sequences running simultaneously, advanced audio over USB, musical intelligence with 20 scales, 5 filter types, extensive MIDI with 9 MIDI modes, including global transpose and sequence takeover, sync capabilities, MIDI clock, a whole bunch of this stuff, right? My question is, how the F do we get access to all that to sort of, make this thing...
I thought it was just one button. Why do I need MIDI?
What the hell? This is as bonkers as you could possibly get. Now, the price of this thing is 125 euros plus VAT, 150 US, 110 pounds, 225 Aussie. Yeah. Over to you.
Cheap.
It's cheap. I thought,
What's not to like?
Yeah, if you just press it, and I was going to say it's cheap. You get a sampler by the side of it because obviously once you hit the button, that's going to be it, and then just sample whatever it gives. Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, can't we just stick that on our front door? And
oh, that'd be cool. When the
speaker,
when different people press the button, you'll be able to sample it. Oh, that was the postman. He gave me that sound.
Sell this to the Canadian Ring Company, mate. Give it to them.
He basically distilled down the try me button on the DSI synths, the little audition button, into one little box.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Interesting, but
I think it's funny.
I don't know, Ian, if I'd spend £150 of my money, hard-earned money, just for a button that just basically rolls the dice.
Actually, no.
Yeah, this is the Holy Girl thing. It's no button. It's no button.
It's no button.
Killer.
What are you saying there, Chris?
It's a TLDIFM.
Too
lazy, do it for me button.
Do it for me.
So if you made a positional button with pressure and you could rock the button like that, then it would be useful.
To MPE.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Can I plug the instrument
At least
into
have
it?
a little bit more sense.
Like a little joystick.
It doesn't,
kind of thing.
Andy. It doesn't.
No, I know, but if it did do that, then it's something special in a way, because at least you have some control, and you could use it as a modulation instrument. But just magically push the button, getting random stuff is whimsical and fun if you just want to sample a bunch of crap, but it's very pretentious.
You can chuck it into your DAW. You can actually record all the 4 different tracks separately.
Yeah.
So it's got a bit of smart into it by that. The only issue for me is that it's almost a bit of a slap to synth people. It's like, you guys, like what Chris said, you guys only need a button, don't you really? Here you go.
Well, it's like, why waste time twiddling knobs and creating stuff? Just let it do it for you.
Well, it's like a DJ, isn't it?
Instant
Like you're just
gratification.
playing CDs.
Yeah.
In the old days.
Instant gratification.
Well, start the DJ. I mean,
yeah, but then also you look at the other way
Auto-sync.
is that button wouldn't be to create the sound. That button would be for me to sample it, and then whatever I've sampled, create something from that. So
put that through your swells.
You'd still be creating something. Oh, I would be still creating something. I wouldn't be like just hitting the button and using whatever came out as is.
I had to show this to you guys because I just thought, like, what the hell?
It is bizarre.
It is. And I get it. There's
weird.
You probably need to go and investigate this a bit more.
If it is totally mathematical and random, where it just basically just ran, it's
it's using Euclidean and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But it's the way he presents the video. It's some kind of poetic stuff, kind of a little bit grandiose.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it's a button that generates synths. Give me a break, right? It
I
sounds
mean,
nice, but
he even admits in the video that it's kind of like he was just scrolling through presets. That was the vibe I was getting. Oh no, next one. When you get your synth for the first time, you're pressing a few chords. Next preset. That's literally what he's doing.
I mean, I love those patch editors with patch genetics, where you can basically create random patches in a batch, and then you weed through them, see which ones you like, delete the rest, and keep going, iterating down the line, which is fun. But if it's totally abstracted from any kind of creativity and just going, oh, what's next? What's next? It's like,
I know, Andy. I know what this toy's. This is for a cat. This you get honestly, your cat will press its paw on that, and away it goes. It's now.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're going to have YouTube videos with their cats making like tracks.
Let's face it, you've got a random button on a bloody Hydrosynth, so
You do.
you rig it up so if the cat happens to generate a good patch, it gets a treat down a little chute.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
If he gets 4,000 views on his video, he gets a treat. All right, here we go. They're going to go next. Sorry, because that's just too it's too weird for me, that one. But good effort. Now, this one's kind of a bit of fun as well. This is the KO Sidekick. So this is kind of like a little click in or sit next to jobber for your your EP style products from Teenage Engineering. And so the official name of this is the EP136 KO Sidekick, and it is designed to sit next to the EP133 KO2, or the Medieval if you've got that one, or the Rhythm if you've got that one. Or you could have the Medieval on one side and the KO2 on the other side, or the Rhythm. Basically, it's got pressure-sensitive force pads and motion control effects sequencing in it. There's a little video. I should get that lined up and you guys can watch that. You've probably already seen it, but I think it's pretty cool. You haven't seen it? Okay, cool. This absolutely blew my head off my shoulders when I saw the price, because Teenage Engineering do not do prices like this normally. So I'm going to let you know the price in a second after you watch this.
The KOs are not mega expensive, are they? So.
Yeah, Parker operators are cheap.
Everyone wants flat devices now, don't they?
Yeah, it's become a thing.
So flat that it's on the floor.
Alright, so you guys got the idea. It's two channel
this product,
stereo mixing. Yep.
Yeah, this product has one goal in its life, and that is to make you buy two of Teenage Engineering's things.
Hey, it works.
Anyway, two channels of channel strips with faders plus a third stereo aux input for those other products that they brought out. Forget what they called that thing. Anyway. Performance FX sequencing. It features 6 knockout performance effects that can be automated during the motion control, which is one of their TM, Teenage Engineering's signature motion control 2-bar looping sequencer. It's got professional audio processing with 3 selectable EQs, DJ, parametric, and per channel compressors with 3 distinctive flavors ranging from clean to saturated. It has a USB audio interface, which functions as an 8-in, 4-out USB audio interface and MIDI controller supporting 48K 24-bit audio. Expressive controls with the high-resolution LCD screen, which I saw on that, and the USB C or 2 AAA batteries to get this to work as a standalone. Now, I don't know if I got this right or wrong, but the price is only $179 US.
Yeah.
Did I get that wrong?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Wow.
because you're going to be buying
I saw that
another
too.
KO.
Like
aren't
I
you?
said, my head literally fell off my shoulders when I saw
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it was.
And it's not April
unexpected, to say the
Fool's.
least.
No.
I mean, look, not everything they make is like the table ripoff. The OPZ is $400 or $450 or something like that. So I mean, all that power for
Yeah.
$450 is
Pocket
amazing.
operators,
So,
the KOs,
all that stuff. Yeah.
all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
All that down.
And the original
that,
OP1 was
price
only
point.
like $600, I think, when it came out.
Yeah.
So
They wouldn't be making.
Yeah.
Surely they wouldn't be making much profit on this thing for that price. There wouldn't be a lot of. There's a lot in this. There's the audio interface, a MIDI controller, stereo mixer. I mean, Chris and I would probably know a little bit about the electronics that go into this, and it wouldn't cost much to mass produce this thing, but still not a massive profit margin on 179 US. That's for sure.
Yeah, but if you're selling another
Not that I
KO
worry.
as well,
Well, exactly. If it makes them buy a rhythm and a KO,
That's the
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
yeah, away
because
you go.
because let's face it, you're not. I don't
It's a
think anyone's going to
strategy.
buy this for any other mixing duties other than if you've got your teenage engineering stuff. I can't. It's not like I know it's you can use it for all things, but no one's really going to be buying it for that. I would have
Well,
thought.
I mean, do you really need this? Is the question.
No.
Is it actually adding value to those other products on the standalone?
Because I looked at Anderton's.
well, think of all the
video
Eurorack
where they
upgrade
had-
things. You have, the stuff
Yeah.
to add to your Eurorack modules you already have. It's the same thing, right?
Mm.
Augment.
Yeah, you
stuff
break
already
out
have in
boxes
your
and
Eurorack
stuff.
from the-
Yeah.
You can use it with other stuff, but I mean, I just think it's,
You just
I mean, you just use a mixer, a normal mixer. You don't need.
well, that's what I mean. So, and it's just to bet people are going to buy more KOs, which is great. I mean,
Yeah,
because they're
'cause
going
they
to
had
look at it as well.
on the Andertons video, they had that and 2 KOs. Then they had 2 of them side by side. So if you want a 4-channel mixer, you've got to buy a second one of them.
Yeah.
Mm. And what's the bet? There's no kind of like smarts with doing 2 of them. It's just literally just probably putting one into the other type thing.
Well, you did. I mean, he did it by wire. So
Yeah.
there's no smarts at all. You literally have
Yeah,
to
there you go.
output from that into this, into the input, and that's
There you go.
it work.
Yep. Well,
So think of that famous Turing machine kit
Still.
where you have the Turing machine, then you have the
Yeah.
expander module, and then you have the expander module. Like they keep adding shit
Yeah,
to it.
that was. That got out of control.
Well,
Yeah.
But yeah.
the old days when
it
we
is
used to
what
buy
it is, isn't it?
PCs was like that. Wasn't it? Used to buy a PC and then add another hard drive and get a better graphics card. It's kind of that sort of modular
You
sort
still
of.
do if you're a gamer or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go to the next. We have got another one from Tasty Chips. This is called the GR2. You don't get 2 of them. That's just 2 different versions of the panel design, black or white, I guess it is. Anyway, so what is the GR2? It's the second iteration of the original GR1. So they've moved away from the sliders and potentiometers on this. There is I can see a slider. What are you talking about? And opted for a more sleeker interface with high resolution encoders and a vibrant new color display. But the real magic happens under the hood. Unlike the GR1, which was purely granular, this is a multi-engine synthesizer. So it does have the granular, offering up to 128 grains, per voice, 4,000 system-wide. It also has a spectral sampler, which utilizes the legendary pull-stretch algorithm for ethereal time stretching. It has a tape sampler for classic tape style stretching and pitching, which I do like. It's pretty cool. There's a traditional sampler and Akai S style. Daren, you've got an Akai S, haven't you? For classic sampling workflows. So it also, this is the most requested feature that they got asked about, live sampling on this. So it does this live sampling thing. And I'm hoping that the video is going to show what that is, because there was no more information about what actually that meant. I love that. We do live sampling. And then there's a full stop, and then
No demo.
nothing else was mentioned.
As if that's
about it.
obvious what that means. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for that. It's got 4 layered multi-timbrels with 16 voices per layer, so that's the polyphony. Audio in out 1/4 inch stereo inputs for live sampling, and 1/4 stereo outputs. Digital connectivity with USB-C as an 8-in 10-out audio interface. I believe it's class compliant. It doesn't say though. I believe it is though, because I think there are other ones where. Modular matrix with 120 plus destinations with LFOs, envelopes. This is all digital, so you can pretty much just write the code and it will do it. It does have MPE support, Ian. Onboard FX, including reverb, delay, chorus, distortion, and more. Hardware, the encoders and sets of pots, new color display, 2 USB 3 ports, and an external storage and MIDI CV integrations with 2 CV inputs. 100. What was I going to say? Not 100. Oh yeah, so I already said that about the modulation. All right, price 849 euros is the estimated. I'll say with asterisks inverted commas early bird price. Okay, final retail prices will vary. The early bird tier provided a clear picture of the expected marketing position. Right, let's watch the vid and see what we can find out about this. Where's me vid? There? No. Where did it go? There. It's gone black. There you go. That's why I couldn't find it.
That's good. The pulse stretch right there.
Yeah.
That's all they told us. They didn't tell us really anything about the live sampling. I don't know. What I'm hoping is that it brings the sample in, and then you can granulize it, and get all the cool features of the I mean, these guys had a pretty decent granular engine. That's kind of where this is all stemmed from. So hopefully that means this thing's more powerful. Does anyone want to add some information about this, or?
I don't know about information, but I
Kickstarter,
always
isn't
fancied the GR1.
Yeah, they do their Kickstarter stuff, this company. This is what they do.
It's pricey. 735 for the silver.
Yeah.
It sounded really digital to me.
It is digital.
Yeah, but it sounded really digital. I mean, it reminded me about I had the live and which one did I have? The ambient one, and that sounded sort of similar to this, and I could never get it to sit with anything else and play nice. The ambient zero.
You get that thinner. It's like a thinner digital sound.
Yeah,
right?
But you're right, Andy. You're right about Paul Stretch. You can do all that stuff with Paul Stretch.
Yeah,
really.
Although I don't think it's real-time Paul Stretch. I don't think I've ever had a real-time algorithm. You still have to process it.
No, you still have to process it.
That's what I'm asking about the live sampling, because I really feel like there's just some things that just can't be done. There's no computer that will be able to handle that sort of live instantaneous processing. Or it'll have to bring it in, then you play with it, then you know that what you're playing with is what goes out.
Yeah, the old buffer problem.
Yeah, but would it be nice if you could layer, that audio coming through, and you could layer that effects over it, and then sort of play with it that way? But it would just really be some insane amount of processing. That's the only thing.
You know what the real trick is going to be? They're going to sell a module that goes between these two to mix them, and then you want to buy 2 units.
It'll be a grey module because you've got black
It's a
on the
whole
left
theme.
and white on the right.
Yeah,
Oh, it has
exactly.
to be,
Yeah, it's with the grey. And see how it's got
Well, it'll
GR?
be
They've
black-
already
it'll be
almost
black
spelt
into
grey.
grey.
They've got
And then
GR, they
it'll
only
be
need 2 more
black,
letters.
yeah.
And they've got grey.
An E or an A.
One half black and
An E or an
one
A.
half black and the other half
Oh, that does my head in, eh? Because you can literally,
Yeah, I
these
know.
days, you could just
Yeah.
choose which one, can't you? They've just given up. It's like, just choose which one, we don't care anymore.
I remember at school getting told off for using the wrong E, the wrong one. You know.
You can't use an E, got to use an A.
Yes,
Slap on the wrist with a ruler. Off you go. All right. Well, guys, I don't really know if we can add much more to this, but what I am saying is that keep an eye out on that live sampling thing, because I do believe they're kind of getting excited about it. I'm not sure how that's gone with that. So let's put a little pin in that and maybe we can revisit it. Hey?
more to see.
What happened to that company that had the stand-up thing with the 2 guys playing a bigger version of this? I always liked that thing. It disappeared, right? Remember that? It was like a
Like the
a
Microsoft.
GR.
It was like the Microsoft Surface
It was a
thing.
Microsoft. It was
Yeah.
kind of like that, yeah. But it was
Yeah.
like that giant sliders and big touch screen. It was really cool.
Yeah. I think that's still around. I think it's still around. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going because we've still got more to go. Here we go. Next one is, speaking of sonicware, they've got a new one.
Yes.
They call this the Deconstruct Minimal. Interesting. I don't know. I think there's some Japanese in that, and that's just what it's literally translated. That's what I'm thinking. This is a less is more philosophy, I feel. This is why the minimals come into it. They're stepping away.
Well, less is more. It's just one button.
Well, they're stepping away from the sort of bloat modern workstations with this, obviously this form factor is what they really want to just keep pumping out, isn't it? It's pretty much the same box with a very similar
Which is
form
sad because
factor.
usually one play is a cool little instrument, little keyboard one, but it's not very popular.
Anyway, so what is it? It's kind of a drum machine, but it's not a drum machine. It's also living rhythms is what they're sort of saying, by focusing on rhythmic and pitch drift characteristics of legendary drum machines. They've crafted this instrument that excels at the micro details. The unit combines a 10-track drum machine with specialized sampler, I should say, and dedicated analog modeling-based synthesizer into a single portable chassis. So yeah, it's a groove box. Designed for the doorless performer who needs immediate tactile control. 11-track performance engine, 9 drum tracks, 1 bass track, and 1 loop sampler track. Deep sequencing. I don't know about deep sequencing. But Sonicware's sequencer. There's some FX in there, and it runs on 6 AA batteries, which is always nice. $299, and there's a video which I've got lined up, and we can watch that and have a listen. Here we go. And that's it. That's the video. I love this world.
Boots and
that we live
cats
in.
and boots and
That's-
cats.
What I call minimal.
Decent cats.
That's very minimal. Yeah, that's
It's a great world.
Yeah.
That's not sold it to me,
minimal
boys.
That's
That's really not.
the one
there are
button was a bit
differences.
longer than that, and the more explaining it.
Yeah, I like the one button so much better. It's a third of the price.
It's a part bench compatible like the black box, but that's about it.
Steve says minimal video in chat. Minimal video for the minimal.
yeah. It's true, Steve.
Minimal effort, I think, for this product.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, they have. Yeah, there are other videos. Other videos are available.
No, but I
They
just
go into it
think,
a bit more.
like, okay, you rinse, repeat with this box,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought
It
too.
is.
That's what I thought too. But the more I see of it, the more I think it's a little bit more. It's a bit different, which is annoying because I don't really want to buy another one of these. this. So
Which one have
cheap.
you got,
I
Chris?
think I've got the Texture Lab and the Ambient Zero, and I
Right.
thought I was done. But
Oh, you're
then
done.
this kinda
I'll
came
help
along.
you.
The worst was
think
the
you don't need
XFM.
this.
It was the hardest one to
Yeah.
use.
Yeah.
The XFM is
It's-
really a pain in the butt.
it's I'm trying to resist it, and I think I will resist it. I just need to.
Well, it's funny, after having the Ambient
It's
Zero,
black as-
I didn't want to
Oh,
buy
no,
any.
They made a black one. They made a black one.
See,
I
I don't
don't
want to
think-
buy any more of their boxes.
Don't think there's anything analog in this. I
No,
could be,
that's the point. Is that
there's analog modeling,
Mm.
sounds in it, but they're not actually analog. That's all digital.
But the timing's interesting. It's a claim, I know. It sounds like it might be a genuine claim. I have seen people on Instagram analysing the trigger delays and positioning of TR-909 and 808 drum machines. It is real, because they're older technology, CPU control. There is all these, like there's all these combinations that if you have these instruments together, then that one's going to be late and that one's going to be early. But if you don't have that together, then this one's late and then that one's early. There are people going into that detail. So the whole timing, emulating the timing of those old machines, it is real.
Do they need a
It's
life,
just
or
whether it,
what's
yeah,
the?
yes, the question. The question is whether it
Yeah,
really makes any difference. Because I mean, we can all do that ourselves. We can muck around with the timing on most of our drum machines. Micro timing and stuff like that.
Mm.
It's just that it's the mystique of the original machine and going. The mental memory of a particular track is because that particular pattern has that particular groove, because that's how the machine always does it.
Mm.
And it's a bit hard to reverse engineer that. You have to be really nerdy to sort of go into that level, whereas they've done this for us, and that's what I think the unique selling point, or the market I think they're going after, are those people who are going, oh good, it's got that sound, I want that sound.
Mm.
But they don't mean literally the sound, they mean literally the timing.
It's never going to wash with me. I mean, I'm talking from a purely selfish point. Now, can I just digress for a sec, because I want to give you guys a clue to the synth quiz, because I don't usually do it in the middle of the news, but why not? Why the hell not is what I say. Here's your next clue. Post filter mix.
Ooh, now, Jesus, you're giving it away there.
Oh, hell yeah. It's an easy one this week. Okay. Just don't Google it, guys. I mean, it's really not fun. Googling it, you'll get the answer straight away. But anyway, play it that way if you want to.
Insulting. This is way too easy this time. What are you doing?
Okie dokies. Keep going is what I say. Well done if that's what you want, I would say.
Yeah.
Well done. But if it's not what you want, then we can just press a button like this and move on. This thing was shown at Superbooth. This is this new Korg mixer. Obviously, we don't know a massive deal about it, but it's the NTS4, they're calling it. And it's based on the new, what do they call it? The new, what's that stupid thing that they're calling again?
New tech?
New tech, that's it. New text.
New tech. Right, okay.
TEKT.
Yeah.
Tect. Yes. So it follows on footsteps on the NTS1, NTS3, and all those sort of products, right? This is a 10-channel, 6-input performance mixer. It's an oriented analog mixer that fits basically in your pocket. I don't know about pocket, but it's pretty small though. It's designed as a DIY kit, so there's no soldering though, and you can put it together and use it for your little doorless performances. It's probably aimed at people with a lot of Volkers. That's what it's aimed at.
Yeah.
Well, they did do a Volker mix.
Oh,
which
that was a complete
really
flop.
Badly. It was a
Yeah,
complete
that was
flop. We
Yeah.
were glad to be rid of ours because we
Yeah.
had the shop at the time. We were just glad to. We had I think we took 2 of them or 3 of them in, and we were just glad to get rid of them. Well, they were terrible.
There
It was
was
anemic. It had just a few channels. It's
There was
terrible.
one good thing about it. One good thing about it, which I actually made a video about, and that is that you could actually use it to power multiple Volcas from, because it had a bit of a power sort of system on it, which was good. Anyway,
I did that with the guitar extender, those little guitar cables.
yeah, exactly. You can do that with that. So this thing's got 4 stereo, 2 mono inputs, 6 3.5 millimeter TRS or TS mini jacks, 2 1/4-inch main outs, a headphone out, and a mini jack. Dual stereo digital effects, send and master, USB-C audio, apparently, with MIDI TRS, MIDI out, and a DIY kit with a toolless assembly. I don't know if that is all 100% true, but that's what I've been told. With a USB audio interface on this thing. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. If it does have a USB connection on the there. Pricing wise, now this is all just complete AI guesswork, right? Because of the NTS previous products, AI thinks it's going to be around about $169 US. That's what it thinks it's going to be at. It might not be. It might be more. It might be less. But that's just a complete AI guesstimate. But that's based, like I said, on the NTS 1, is Mark 2, the NTS 3, Chaos Pad, those sort of products to sort of get you those prices. I don't know. I kind of feel like people would be interested in this. If you're into the Korg, Volca sort of world, the little mini products. Maybe even if you had the Roland ones, these Roland things might play well with it.
Yeah. So yeah.
A lot of competition though. But
Yeah. But that, my friends, is the news. How cool is that? We're done.
Well done.
Well, yeah, well done.
I mean, look, I'll be honest with you guys. There was a shite load more products released at Superbooth that we could have probably shown. There was a synth in a bit of plastic that Korg were teasing. We could have talked about that.
Which, well, it was bollocks. And I said it before the show, and I'll say it now. I thought the whole idea of it was bollocks. And I can say that as an ex-Korg dealer.
Well, I don't even know. I don't even know if I mean, I agree with you, Ian, but I don't even know why you would even bother doing that. Like, it's almost like this is not a secret, but here we'll put it in plastic so you can't really see what it is. People were going up to it and taking
clearly
close-up photos.
It's Korg Berlin. It's Korg Berlin choosing to do that rather than Korg US or Korg UK, because they are sort of individual companies of sorts. I mean, I'm sure that the guys over here think it's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, like
Are you really
Steve
a former
said,
Korg
people
dealer?
talking.
You stopped doing it?
I'm no longer a Korg dealer. No,
He can say what he likes now.
Anymore. I can
badmouth
always
them
say
too
what I
many
like,
times.
but actually, that's why I originally sort of had a bit of a spat with Korg US, because I said what I like, but
Good on
we
you.
know
Ian.
about that one. Yeah.
Damn your honesty.
Yeah, Biscuits just said, I only swear once a week, and that was it. That's my swear for the week. It takes a lot for me to swear online. At least I didn't use the F word. Yeah, no, I just think that, that's not necessarily good marketing. People want to see it. People will be talking about it. I know we're talking about it now, but if we saw what it was, we would be talking about it.
Yeah.
Instead, we're annoyed about it, or I'm
Either
annoyed
that,
about it.
or it wasn't going to be that good, and what we would have saw, we
Yeah,
wouldn't have
maybe.
been talking about it.
Well,
remember
anyway.
when they had the ARP 2600 from Korg at NAMM, and they had that case, and they teased the special.
They did too,
wave state, was
yes.
it?
They did too.
They always do crap like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is not their first
Yeah.
rodeo. You're absolutely
No,
right,
this
Andy.
isn't.
Yeah, I remember that
No.
now. I'd completely forgotten about that. Guys, I feel like because I'm being completely spontaneous, I might do the third clue. Ooh, I can't do it that way. What am I doing? I've got to go that way. Wrong button, people. We're going to do the third clue already because I feel like we can. And it's my party. There's your third clue. Filter feedback. So it's all about the filters, isn't it, really, this one? Filter everything, pre, post, and some feedback. And I'll give you some feedback. Be nice to your mum. Right, so
Yeah.
that's the quiz. I feel like we can let them do that for a bit. Put your entries in,
Percolate.
people. Exclamation mark. Synth quiz space, and then you guess. Some people may be validated by that third clue. Other people might still be scratching their noggin thinking, this is too difficult. I bet you, Chris, that you know the answer to this one.
Another fun difference, we call it exclamation point here and question mark. So
I
that's
know.
another fun
And you have
English
sidewalks
difference.
and we have footpaths.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Aluminium and aluminum will rest my
Well,
case.
that was
Data and
somebody
data.
screwing up supposedly, because there were
Sorry?
other elements supposedly had that
Data
format,
and data.
and they didn't
Yeah.
do that. So
Root and route.
And can I just say that we invented the language?
well, I mean, it is a hodgepodge of different languages, right? Part German,
Absolutely,
part
yes.
this, part
It's
that.
a living language.
So- Yeah.
And actually, if you go different parts of this country, it's hard for me to understand what some of my other countrymen are saying.
Well, I was
the way the
literally
accents are.
about to say that. Like, if you just travel around England, you guys butcher your own language
Absolutely,
quite
yeah,
well
yeah.
on your own.
Well,
You know, I mean, I have to say, down here they think I'm a Geordie, and I'm not. So,
and of course, we have the rural South down here, where you can, you can't understand a damn thing they're saying half the time. So,
yeah.
what did you say?
Now, with the synth quiz, guys, there is possibility. I actually haven't checked this. I haven't gone to that much granularity with my research. That there could be a number of different synths that have these three exact wording clues on them. There could be. I don't think there is, though. But there could be. There could be. And if that's the case, what it's going to come down to is the quizmaster says that it's this synth. And that's bad luck if it's not the one you chose. Yeah. Right? Anyway, let's keep getting those quiz entries in, because actually it's pretty cool. I saw quite a lot of you guys entered to that. I'm very warm in the cockles. Let's have a look at entries, quiz entries. Let's get, what's his name again? Dennis. We've got Dead Man Walking says seems wagoo nay. I don't know what he actually put there. Maikshifter says Hydrosynth. Steve Smith says mutable instrument something or other. Oh, I think he was joking too, if I remember rightly when I read it. And Half God Half Beast says Synth Pro X. Magoo says Elisa something or other, so it's cut off some of the things. Oh, there you go, Andromeda. There you go. So we've got Droigan saying it's a Yamaha something. Okay. You're not going to win with Yamaha something. Just play it, or
Gotta
you know.
commit, people.
All right. I feel like we could probably reveal the answer. So let's go to Quiz Central. Bajoop. And I feel like we can go stop quiz. Right. Just waiting for patch cable. Okay, entries are now closed. No one else can do it. The quiz is closed, Dead Man Walking. Sorry. All right, let's have a look at the answer to the quiz. Here we go. Alesis, Andromeda, A6.
The big heavy beast.
So,
Yeah.
so Wags is a happy bunny.
Yep. What number was he? Well, it probably changed now. Let's have a look again. Yeah. Got to get the quiz entries up again. Sorry, got to do it twice. Args and size and yeah. Okay, so he is. Where's Wagyu? Has he dropped off the end of it?
Just seen Steve's foot.
Yeah.
Well, if I did a quiz for the A6, I would have mentioned that one of the choices would have been glitches, crashes, has weird parameter values with the knobs, a
So
bunch of
he's
other
6.
problems.
Just remember, kids, it's good that I did that.
I think he's number 6. Come on. Yay! There we go. Wagyu wins it again. There you go. And there is our quiz leader. We're going to do that in chat just so you guys can see the quiz leaders.
I think you've got to ban Wagyu from answering.
Wagyu's got 3 now.
Sorry, Wags.
That's okay. Vicky was on 2. He was actually level with him last week. So it's not completely out. I mean, you never know. Wags might turn up next week. He might be busy. You know.
Yeah.
It's like The Prisoner all of a sudden. Who is number 1?
Vicky wants Wags banned.
Of course he does. Yeah.
Just immediate disqualification based upon.
Actually, no,
name
because
starting with
Wags is
W
one of
and
my
ending
top
with O.
customers. So
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No, we're not doing that.
There you go, Vicky. You can beat him next week.
Somebody mentioned Unisynth Pro X. There's a deal on Amazon right now for $400. You can get Unisynth Pro X with a coupon.
Really? I don't think that's
Yeah.
Australian.
Probably not.
With a coupon? What do you mean with a coupon?
There's a little, if you click the checkbox, coupon
you
price
click
$3.99.
Yeah.
I've used those before. The instant coupons are pretty cool.
They work, don't they? It's usually 5 or 10% off something.
It doesn't even come up for me, Unisynth Pro X.
In Amazon? You don't have it?
Yeah, I'm in Amazon. Doesn't even come up for me.
No. It's just
Maybe
only
if
3 left in stock.
No
Order
coupon
soon.
for you.
Change it to Amazon.com and it automatically changes it back to Amazon.com.au.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too smart. He knows his location. You have to use a VPN.
That's it.
Yep. There you go. If I force it to go to Amazon US, it comes up $4.99 for the Pro X, and you save 20% with a coupon. Okay, so what's the coupon? How do we do that?
There's
you
a
just click
checkbox
it.
in the listing. Yeah. It says coupon price $3.99.
Wow. Does it ship to Myplace of the world? It does.
I would get one if I had the money.
There's only 3 left
Price.
in stock.
Yeah. That's what I said, yeah.
Yeah, I can't see any here. Not that I would.
Let's see what we can
See
do.
options.
What the hell? No.
Probably trying to
See
them out
buying
since people aren't buying them, I guess. I don't know.
Somebody here has got it for 726 quid. I don't think so.
Personal to me, I don't know coupons personal. I mean, I'm not that big of a customer, but I guess I am. I don't know.
I had a thing recently where Amazon would give me stuff for free. I put 3 orders in, all small orders, but they all came back free. Like I had a gift card, but nobody's given me a gift card that I know of.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That basically gives the price the equivalent into Australian dollars. Actually, it's not bad right now, Chris. It's for us, the US to Australian dollar conversion. We're in the 70-cent range at the moment, which is probably good
I
why you got your swells.
That's exactly right. That's it. I got it for less than they're selling it locally, so it was a no-brainer. And I may be, maybe something else. I may have to be buying a 3D printer.
Oh,
For the same reason. Yes.
I need to buy another one. Mine's on the fritz. So
Yes. The one I was going to get was another discussion for another time. Actually, I might actually do that one offline, so we don't clog up the show with discussions about 3D printers. But yeah, there was one I was going to get. And I'll talk to you about that later, Chris, because of that project that we're going to do.
Cool.
Right. Well, I feel like we've done the synth quiz. I feel like we've done news. We're not going to do a price watch this week because of all the news that was just clogging up the show. So what I would say is there was a lot of people saying, why didn't you say about this? Why didn't you talk about that in the news? If you guys want me to talk about stuff, don't forget, you can always message me and say, hey, Ranz, can you put this on the show? We really love you guys to offer your opinions about this thing that was announced at Superbooth, or it was announced last week or the week before, whatever. Let us know what it is, and we will consider it and most likely probably talk about it on the show. Usually I'm pretty nice like that. There was...
before I forget, I found the link from the Stanford guy, the thing called Resonarium. Here's the link to the GitHub page. MPE physical modeling synth, free.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Free. Cool.
Very cool.
Let me just open that now so I don't lose it later. Okay.
Mac and PC.
There you go. Well, I am going to end the show, guys, because I've got to get up early tomorrow, and I feel like we've covered what we need to cover. And we've been streaming for a couple of hours, so all good.
Cool.
2 hours and 12 minutes. I think that's pretty good value. And you guys have got lives. I would suggest go play with your swells, Chris. Ian, go play with your NPC. Daren?
Yep.
Go play with whatever.
I'll just play with myself. How's that? So
No. Don't go down there.
That's where he was headed. I could tell.
Yeah.
Toodle, everybody. See you later.
Bye.
See you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
No Daren next week, people. He doesn't love us enough.
Come back, Darren. All is forgiven.